I'm joined with Ken Engquist from Intrepid Metals. Ken, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
So there's a lot of talk right now here in Canada about the tariffs. So I have to ask you a question about that. It appears as though you guys have a very interesting project being in Arizona with copper, where copper may be tariffed out the wazoo going into the U.S. I got to think that you're obviously feeling pretty bullish about U.S. copper right now.
Yeah, Trump is definitely good for business. The tariffs, while unfortunate, I think across all economies, is an indication that there's such a pressure for domestic supply. Arizona supplies 70% of the U.S. copper, and it's a great mining state. We've got 3 great projects there that are located outside national forests, and we're getting a lot of competition to look at these assets, and one in particular, our Corral project, and it's been very it's gotten a lot of attention in the since we put out our initial drill program last July.
Okay, so high-level overview of the company. One main asset in Arizona, the Corral copper project. How much historic drilling has happened on it?
We've got about 50,000 meters of historical drilling and historical drill data. We don't have any core. So the story here is that this project didn't exist before. It was pulled together through consolidating a fragmented land package. So we have 3 vendors that we're in earn-in agreements with right now. We're largely through those, or a good portion of our way through the obligations of those earn-ins. The 50,000 meters was used to inform our initial drill program last July, and we twinned a lot of holes, and we had to do that because we didn't have any of the core. So we got great results. We put results out in July, and then we started getting a lot of phone calls. The results were, neighborhood of 100 to 200 meters of anywhere from 0.7 to 1.5% copper, near surface, Arizona, not in national forests. It's ticking all those jurisdictional boxes, right? So in the fall of last year, like late October, we became aware that a couple of majors had been staking the ground around us. In order to stake that ground around us, they must have started staking immediately as that press release came out.
Yeah.
And so in July, we decided we would, it was important that we let our shareholders know about this move, because this is a very active move to get into that area, and they're immediately adjacent to us is Rio Tinto on our eastern border and Ivanhoe Electric on the west side.
Have you spoken directly with any of the majors about participation with them?
Yes, what we did then, and as a result of becoming aware of the staking situation, is we started opening ourselves up to signing CAs. So we formed a committee of the board called the Strategic Financing Committee to decide how we're going to advance discussions forward with potential strategics. And since early December, we've signed more than 6 CAs with major copper companies, and are in active discussions right now with strategics, and draft term sheets are being passed around.
Oh. So what do current exploration plans look like?
We've scoped out a program as much as 17,000 plus meters right now. It's an active document. We've got ongoing field operations of mapping. This is a real mapping exercise at Corral, and it's really uncovering the story and identifying more and more new targets. And so we've laid out more than 17,000 meters now. We recognize that comes with a certain budget, and not knowing exactly how much we're going to be up for financing, we wanted to give ourselves that enough meters there that we could the ground can definitely soak up this much. So we've prioritized those holes based on the probability of success, of course, and with efficiencies of drill rig moves and everything also in consideration. So we'd be looking to do somewhere between 10 and 15,000 meters this year. I think that can get us to a resource this time next year.
So Ken, I hate asking this question, but I've got to ask it. You guys hit a huge drill hole. you've got this president who is basically should be putting massive tailwinds at your back. But I look at your share price, it's down 8% over the last month, 24% over the last year. I was expecting to look at it and you'd be up like 60%.
Yeah, me too.
Why isn't the stock moving?
Yeah, I think that's in large part because we're just coming out of this, the copper market downturn. I think we're going to see that turn around now, though, with the tariffs, with the demand in China. We're seeing copper prices up, the COMEX copper prices up. I think we're going to start seeing that now. We need to put out some more drill results, and we need to get some money to do that. So we were up at 94 cents last year. We had a 4-month hold on our warrants from the first financing that we did, and that came off about the same time the copper market started slowing down in the summer and everything. So we went right back down to around 45 cents and have been hanging around there. But I do think, we're getting close to, we're having these strategic discussions. There's going to be with some pretty notable groups, and we'll be back up over 60 cents before long, I believe.
All right. Well, Ken, thanks very much for hopping on here. I think that this is, and we're always, just my nature, I'm usually pretty kind to the guests who come on here, but I think that this is a story that our audience is going to want to keep an eye on, just given the tailwinds at your back and the fact that you guys have hit some pretty interesting drill results that certainly make it so that majors are interested in participating in the proofs in the pudding when they're staking all around you.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. That's the validation.
So thanks for hopping on here, and hopefully we can chat in the future as you continue to develop your project and go sign a massive deal with the major.
All right. Thank you.